Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. This weekend, there's no Bobby today, so Armour TV, I do apologise. You have a Manchester United fan doing this watch along for you. But today we are looking at third place Arsenal take on ninth place Brentford. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome, everybody, to the show. So, you can have an impartial view today from myself, as you can clearly see from the background images there and my shirt that I'm currently wearing. I do not support either one of these teams, so it's going to be completely impartial. But before we go through the starting lineup for both teams, let's have a quick run through on the action that's already been played this weekend. So we had Nottingham Forest and Fulham play. Forest losing 3-2. Another loss for Forest. However, they did put a good account of themselves. It was only one goal between the two teams, and they managed to keep Mitrovic quiet as well, which is a bonus. Morning, Matthew. How you doing, mate? I hope everything is well, mate. So then we had also the other game that happened on Friday night was Aston Villa versus Southampton. 1-0 Villa win there. I've got to say, I thought Southampton was going to beat Villa myself personally, but Ramsey made sure that didn't happen. So a good 3 points there for Villa. Then we go on to yesterday's games, starting with the current league leaders that Arsenal are going to try and leapfrog today. Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Manchester City. Manchester City coming out 3-0 winners. Goals from Jack Grealish in the first minute, then Erling Haaland in the 16th, and Phil Foden in the 69th minute of the game. Nathan Collins being sent off as well in the 33rd minute of the game. So that puts Manchester City at the top of the table. Then we're going to move down to Newcastle versus Bournemouth. Isaac, the new signing for Newcastle, their new striker, getting on the scoreboard. He scored a penalty for Newcastle in the 67th minute to make it 1-1 after Billing scored for Bournemouth in the 62nd minute. A good point for each, I believe. I think Newcastle will be the slightly disappointed party there out of the two of them. And then I'm sorry to say, but we're going to go on to probably what's the game of the weekend so far, and that is Tottenham Hotspur versus Leicester City. I know the Arsenal fans that are watching this won't be happy that I've just called this the game of the weekend so far, but a 6-2 demolition there. Tottenham Hotspur obviously beating Leicester City 6-2. Harry Kane getting on the score sheet quite early on after Yuri Tillemans put Leicester ahead 1-0 on a 6th minute penalty. And then Eric Dyer made it 2-1, and James Maddison brought it back to 2-2. And then from then on, it was all Tottenham. Bentancur scored in the 47th minute, and then a hat-trick from Son scoring his goals in the 73rd, the 84th, and the 86th minute to put them second in the league, just above Arsenal, which I know Arsenal fans will be hoping. A really nice scoreline today against Brentford will see them go back at the top of the table. So whilst we're here at the table, let's quickly run through the current standings. So at the top, like I said, there's currently Man City on 17 points, followed in second place by Tottenham, who are also on 17. Arsenal sit third on 15 points, but that could change today. Brighton sit fourth on 13. Then you've got Manchester United in fifth on 12 points. And then Fulham, Chelsea and Liverpool in 6th, 7th, 8th. Arsenal's opponents today, Brentford, sit 9th on 9 points. Then Newcastle, Leeds, Bournemouth and Southampton are 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Wolverhampton and Everton are sitting just above the relegation zone. And the bottom three are West Ham, Forest and Leicester. Now, Leicester, we will be talking about on tomorrow night's show at 7:30. So make sure to tune in for that one as well. So a little head-to-head here for this game. Obviously, they have played each other a couple of times before. So if we look at the 19th of the 2nd of 2022, Arsenal beat Brentford 2-1. And the time before that is the 13th of the 8th, 21. Brentford beat Arsenal 2-0. And then the time before that was a cup game in the EFL Cup, and Arsenal came out 3-1 winners. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of game this is going to turn out to be. Morning, Solo, mate. I hope you are having a good weekend as well. So, yeah, going back onto, I hope this is going to be an interesting game. There's been some decent scorelines for both teams over the last couple of games. Brentford, over the last few games, they've beat Leeds United 5-2. They've drew with Crystal Palace. They've drew with Everton. They've lost to Fulham. They've beat Manchester United. That shock result for all United fans. And they drew 2-2 with Leicester. So that's been their season so far. And Arsenal have been going above and beyond so far this season. They've the first game of the season, they beat Crystal Palace 2-0. Then they went on and beat Leicester 4-2. They went and beat Bournemouth 3-0. They went and beat Fulham 2-1. They went and beat Villa 2-1. And then they lost to Manchester United 3-1. So it's going to be an interesting game to see how the teams react this season, because obviously Brentford need to sort their form out and Arsenal need to keep their form going. So it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be very, very, very interesting to see. So I have got the lineups here. I will put them rolling along the bottom of the screen for you. However, I have got them here as well so we can all have a look together. So this is Brentford's lineup. They have Raya in goal, Hickey, Ezra, me, and Henry playing at the back. And in the midfield, they've got midfield three of Janssen, Janlet, and Jansson. That's going to be a difficult one to differentiate between them two. The front three for Brentford are Mwembo, Tony, and De Silva. Now, Tony's in a little bit of a good form as well at the moment. He seems to be scoring goals quite a lot. And it's going to be the job of Arsenal's back line to keep him quiet, as well as De Silva. De Silva's a really good player. I do like De Silva as well. But this is your Arsenal starting lineup. So Ramsdale in that. I think Ramsdale's going to be a really good goalkeeper. He is a good goalkeeper now, but I think he's going to be even better in a couple of years' time, possibly taking over Pickford for England's number one spot. And then we've got Ben White, who I think is really unlucky not to be selected for the England team that we will be seeing. We're going to go through that as well tomorrow on tomorrow's show at 7:30, so please do join. Then Saliba, Gabriel, and Tierney. Partey returns alongside Xhaka. Then we have Saka, Vieira, Martinelli, and the ever-free goal-scoring Gabriel Jesus. So they are your starting lineups for both teams today. I think Arsenal's going to have too much for Brentford. However, you can't say that Brentford are a pushover side because they're not anymore. They haven't been for a little while. They can get down. They can play football. And I think this is going to be a very, very good end-to-end passing football match. Well, that's what I'm hoping for anyway. I'm hoping to see a very, very, very good match. The one I'm going to pick out, I'll pick out a player to watch for both teams today. As I do this a little bit, I do look at the players because I do the fantasy football, the Premier League fantasy football. So the player for me for Brentford has to be Ivan Toney. It has to be, like I said, he's in good form so far this season. He's scored a couple of goals. I think he got a hat-trick not so long ago as well. So he's going to be wanting to add to his goal tally. So I think he's the danger man today. He's the one that Arsenal are going to have to watch today. And if we flip over to the Arsenal side of things, people might be thinking, I'm going to go for Gabriel Jesus. But no, he's not going to be my man to watch today. My man to watch is going to be the number 11, and that's Martinelli. I think Martinelli's having a really good season as well so far. I think he lacks a little bit every now and again, but I think this sort of game probably is going to suit him quite well, to be honest with you. And I think he's going to have some really, really good luck today against the Brentford defence. So there are your teams, and there's some of my thoughts. I want to get in the score predictions. My prediction is going to be a 3-1 victory to Arsenal. That is my score prediction. I want to get your guys' score predictions in the chat. I'm going to see who gets the closest as well, because I think that's always fun to do. And what you're hoping for in this game, Arsenal fans, if you are watching, what are you hoping for in this game? Obviously, you're going to be wanting a win, but is it just a win, or are you wanting a team performance? Because you have been quite a solid team recently. And Brentford fans, if you're watching, what do you want for this game? Are you going to be happy with a point, or do you think you're good enough to beat Arsenal and take all 3 points? Please do let me know in the chat. So we're just waiting for the kickoff and everything before the game. So whilst we're doing that, I just want to give you a little heads up of what's coming on Full Time Sports Network, the show that you will see me mostly on. So what is actually coming up on a Full Time Sports Network? So upcoming shows, we have tomorrow at 7:30. I will be running the Premier League review show. Please do feel free to come on and get involved. Talk to us about the games. Talk to us about decisions. Who you think's doing what. Please do get involved in that. Tuesday night at 8:30, we have Rebels Fantasy Football. So if you're into your fantasy league, please do pop over. I'm on that show as well with Rebel. We're trying to give you the best hints, the best tips that we possibly can do, get you going up the table in the league. I believe Wednesday night we have Oliver Cotton, who is an Arsenal fan himself. He does the Mullet Show, which is a comedy football show. It's always a bit of a laugh. So please do have a look at that. And then I believe Bobby is back as well to do some more Premier League action and some Women's Super League football as well, which debuted on this channel. Yesterday, was it? No, it's Friday. It debuted Friday. So if you're into your women's football as well, please do pop along. And the best way to get notified on any show that's going out is to like, share, and subscribe. We are currently sitting at, I believe, 129 subscribers. So thank you all for allowing us to get over 100 subscribers, but help us hit our next target of 200 subscribers. And we would absolutely be so grateful to every single person that does come on, subscribes, and watches. Morning, football values. He's saying, good morning, Colm. I'm worried about this game. I predict 3-1 to Brentford, as I do believe Brentford will show off our weaknesses. Red Zone is also on tonight. Oh, yes. Yeah, I do apologise. Red Zone is on tonight. If you can tell me what time Red Zone starts tonight, mate. Obviously, so everybody that's watching can see. I can kind of see where you're coming from as well here. We've seen you're worried about this game. As I said a little bit earlier, Brentford aren't a pushover team. Brentford are a good team, and they can't be underestimated at all. So I still think Arsenal has a lot. I think Arsenal will have too much for Brentford today. So I'm still going to go with I said 3-1 to Arsenal, but obviously I respect your 3-1 to Brentford. I just want it to be a good game. That's what I'm wanting, it to be a good game. And obviously, like I said, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm not a Brentford fan. I just want a good game for neutrals as well. 6 p.m. tonight. Yep, so 6 p.m. tonight, we'll be live again with the Red Zone. So make sure you tune in for that as well. For any latecomers that have decided just to join in, the team lineup is scrolling at the bottom as we get a little bit closer to kickoff. I will put them on the screen fully so you can see. It's just showing it. Ivan Toney, 5 goals and 2 assists in 6 Premier League games this season so far. This is why I picked him out to be the danger man. Obviously, the strikers are always the danger men, really, if you think about it. But he is the one to watch for Arsenal's back line, really. If they can keep him quiet, I think Arsenal will have a really nice, easy game. I really do. However, if they let him get some space, then I think it's going to be a bit of an issue for Arsenal. We've seen what he can do. He's not scared to shoot from box, outside the box. He's not scared to shoot inside the box. He can take on players. He's quite powerful and strong. So there's plenty of opportunities there for Ivan Toney. For your fantasy Premier League players, he's the second highest point scorer. This is ahead of game week 8 as well. 20% ownership, and is a £7.2 million asset. So he might be one to look at for the future if you don't have him in so far this season. That is one to look at. Look out there. So yeah, we've had one person come in and give us their prediction. Who else is there? William Saliba and Gabriel. They've started 6 Premier League games in the partnership and kept 2 clean sheets and conceded 7 goals. Arsenal fans, what's your opinion on this partnership of Saliba and Gabriel? Is it one that's going to be working all season, or do you think, in January you need to bring somebody in to solidify that? Because 2 clean sheets in 6 games isn't bad, but the 7 goals conceded, is that a bit of an issue for you guys, or are you not too fussed? Brenny K74 says 2-1 to Arsenal. 2-1 to Arsenal. Interesting. Who's that's one thing I want to ask you guys as well. I gave out my people to watch, so obviously Tony is the one to watch, and for Arsenal it's Martinelli. Who do you guys think is the ones to watch in this match? I'll get the starting lineups for you again. Here we are. Look, so that's Brentford starting lineup. They've got Raya, Hickey, Azier, me, Henry, Janssen, Janlet, and Jensen, Mwembu, Tony, and De Silva, playing at 4-3-3 formation there. It's good to see Granit Xhaka playing some nice football as well, which is good to see. He's currently on my screen warming up at the moment. And this is Arsenal starting lineup. So you've got Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey. It's going to be interesting to see how Partey does. Obviously, he's coming back from injury. So it's going to be nice to see how he plays today, whether he gets a full 90 or not. Then Xhaka's partnered up with him in the middle. Saka, who I think needs to find a little bit more form. Please tell me what you think about Saka this season. Vieira, Martinelli, who is my one to watch in this game for Arsenal, and Gabriel Jesus, who is a very, very good striker. Football values saying here, we were after our left centre back in the summer, so I do believe we can improve that area still. For me, the ones to watch is Vieira for Arsenal and Tony for Brentford. Yeah, I do agree. Obviously, matches mine for Brentford. And Vieira, I think Vieira is going to be a good little player for Arsenal. I haven't seen enough of Vieira. Personally, I haven't seen enough. Obviously, you guys will know a lot more than what I do in regards to Vieira and how he plays. The times that I have seen him, he has played well. So I think he is going to be a very, very good little player for you. We've got 10 minutes till kickoff. The first half an hour kind of flew by. 10 minutes to kickoff. I do apologise if I stop and drink quite a lot. There's a lot of talking, and my mouth dries out very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. So, as I've said as well at the beginning of the stream today, Arsenal looking to go back to the top of the league with a victory today. Arsenal fans, are you getting excited? are you getting excited? This is, I think, isn't this the best start to a season you've had for quite a long time as well? This will put you on to 18 points. So, yeah, you'll be back at the top of the league, just 1 point above Manchester City and 1 point above your arch rivals, Tottenham Hotspur. I know saying that word isn't very nice for Arsenal fans to hear. You've seen him at Porto for over 2 years. He has the ability to truly be special. See, that's the one thing. Coleman's turned into Josh Kroenke. Yeah, I have. I've turned into him. Now, this is the one thing I do like about Arsenal in general. The recruitment and the way that they find very young, talented players as well. I mean, if you look back at some of the players they've brought in previously, and some of the legends of Arsenal Football Club, they do tend to be special. I know, you look at other teams that have legends. Man United have legends, but there's something about Arsenal that makes it a little bit different. It's a little bit more special. I don't know whether it's because quite a lot of them are youngsters that they develop throughout their youth academy and stuff like that. I don't know whether that's different. I know other teams do that as well, but when you think of legends, like when I turn around to quite a few people and talk about football, and I say, "Oh, think of legends of the game," one of the first names that always comes out is Thierry Henry, who obviously was an absolute goal scorer and an absolute legend of the game. Patrick Vieira has always for me been our most special find. Yeah, I have to agree. Vieira was a fantastic player. I used to love watching, when I was growing up, Vieira and Roy Keane go at it. I used to love it. Neither one of them backed down from each other at all. Obviously, there's been quite a lot of battles as well. And I mean, I've got the obviously United shirt there, so I've been used to seeing the battles between Man United and Arsenal. But I'm also currently wearing my hometown shirt, which is Doncaster Rovers. So I've seen Arsenal go against Doncaster Rovers once or twice as well. So I've enjoyed watching how Arsenal play against both of those teams. Obviously, I've always been supporting the opposite team, which is quite interesting. It's very interesting when you hear people talk about it. That's the rivalry you miss. Yeah, no, it's the rivalry I miss as well, mate. It really is. It really, really is. But what are Arsenal fans hoping for this season? Is it just top 4 finish, or you wanted to close down that gap? Get a little bit closer to the Premier League, or is it a case of okay, let's just do what we can in the Premier League, but put all our attention on the Europa League? What's the outcome? What are you Arsenal fans wanting this season? Is it 4th place and a trophy? Is that what you want him? Or is it just getting to the Champions League at any means necessary? Because I know a lot of people I've spoken to, top 4 to continue progression. Yep, no. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people that I've spoken to are saying, obviously, there's very different opinions, sorry, not decisions. There's very different opinions. A lot of people turn around saying, well, let's just get top 4. I'm not bothered about the Europa League. A lot of people are saying, well, I want the Europa League. I want a trophy. And that gets us into the Champions League. Anyway, a lot of people are saying, let's just do the best we can in everything. And some people are saying, they're wanting, for the way that the season started, they want to be challenging for the title at the end of it. Which currently you are doing. You are challenging for the title, but we're only 7 games into the season. So you can't really say. Moss will say second. Moss won't say second. Moss will say winning the Premier League, winning the FA Cup, winning the whatever Mickey Mouse Trophy, whatever it is, winning the Europa League. Moss wants everything. If Moss could, Moss would have Arsenal winning World Cup. I think Bobby's a little bit like that. No, it's not. No, I'm joking, of course. Bobby's a very down to earth person that I can speak to a lot and I get along with him a lot as well. I know he's a member of the Armory as well. So from me, hello Armory TV. You won't have seen me before, but I promise I'm not one of those United fans that are as against Arsenal constantly every single day of the week, even in my sleep. I'm not like that at all. Also, we will be monitoring the minute silence, or is it 2 minutes silence, that will be done in the game. So for a little bit of time, I won't be speaking to show my respect as well in the game. Arsenal fans in the ground making a lot of noise. I am not one of those United fans. I am not one of those United fans at all. That is hate. I'm not. Especially not during Fantasy Football League season, because I've got a couple of Arsenal players in my team, so I want them to do well. But that's not the only reason. It's not the only reason, I promise. The players are coming out onto the pitch with the wreaths. So, yeah, as I said, I will be taking part in the silence for Her Majesty. I'm not going to try and sing God Save the King, though. I'll let the fans of the stadium do that. So I think they're lining up now to start the minute silence, or 2 minute silence, on the referee's whistle. All still around the centre circle there. Just speaking a little bit about her. Okay, so the minute silence is going to start in a minute. So, that's the 1 minute silence done. And they will be starting to sing God Save the King. However, I'm not going to be singing it because I can't. Hello. Can you? I'll say Edison. This is a watch along, so basically you're not going to be able to watch the game on this show. I'm just going to be talking about what's happening and everything on the game. Obviously, due to copyright reasons and everything like that, you can't physically show the game on anything because it's a paid subscription thing, you know. But I will do my best to describe all the action that is going off. God Save the King has just been sang quite nicely, actually. So the players look like they're going to be doing the handshakes. The manager's wearing black. So here we go. This is a starting lineup. I do have it here. So these are confirmed lineups now. So Brentford play a 4-3-3. Oh, no, changed the shape, sorry. So it is the same players, but a different shape. So Raya, Asia, Janssen, and me is like a three at the back. Hickey and Henry are playing as wing backs by the looks of it. De Silva, Janle, and Janssen are playing in a three in the midfield. And then Mwembu and Tony as a two up top for Brentford Football Club. Arsenal look like they're keeping a very similar shape to what's there. So they have Ramsdale in there. Odegaard is out injured, so he's not playing today. You got Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Tierney, Partey, Xhaka, Saka, Vieira, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus. So they are the starting lineups for both teams today. It's going to be interesting to see, like I said earlier on as well, how Partey's going to do in this game. It's going to be a very physical game. I know he's come back from injury as well. Nwaneri is interesting to see. A 15-year-old is on Arsenal's bench today. A 15-year-old. He could become the world's youngest player to play professional football if he comes on today. So we're just waiting for the players to kick off now. I believe it's going to be Arsenal to kick off. And they do, and it's off. Ball back to Ramsdale. Big punt up field. And here's Jesus. Nowhere to go for Arsenal, though. So they've had to go back. White. Saka. Back to White. Back to Saka. Jesus gets dispossessed. Here comes Brentford. Poke the ball through, but Gabriel is there to clean up quite nicely. First 40 seconds, it seems it's going to be a quick tempo game for now. Let's see if Arsenal can keep it up or whether they drop off like they have been accused of doing from time to time. And that's not by me, that's by some Arsenal fans as well. But some nice little passing here. Just keeping the ball, making Brentford come out. Ball through to Jesus. He's out on the right-hand side. Needs a bit of help, though. He's found it with Saka. Saka into the middle to Martinelli, I believe. Here's Gabriel. Ball through. Oh, it's in. It's a shot. Oh, Martinelli. That was a good little bit of play there by Arsenal. Ball started out on the right-hand side. It got played over to Gabriel. Gabriel's passed it in to Martinelli. Martinelli first time out to Xhaka. Xhaka played it back into Martinelli. And as he goes to shoot, Martinelli slips. And it ball rolls into Raya's hands very comfortably. But it could have been 1-0. A very, very big chance there. And it's got out for a throw-in now in Arsenal's half for Brentford. 2 minutes gone. It's been quite lively so far this season, this game. I think Martinelli's a really, really good player as well. Gabriel Jesus. No. It's not a lot happening. No foul there. Vieira fouls Jensen, I believe that was, and Brentford get a free kick in Arsenal's half. £34 million signing from Porto, Fabio Vieira. It's his first Premier League start today. Tony, well, he's walking away from the ball now, I think. Yep. They've got to play him miles offside, Brentford. Also keeping a high line, and Brentford have got a player in the box, nowhere near. He's a good 10 yards offside. Oh, it's a nice little play. Spreads it wide, ball's in. Ramsdale collects nicely. And now Arsenal coming forward with Ben White, who plays a ball through. It's cut out quite well, doesn't quite reach Saka. Ben White tries to keep it in, and it goes out for a throw-in. Ben White playing at right back is a little bit interesting, to be honest with you. Oh, ball played over the top. Here comes Brentford. Mbeumo, he got there, but he couldn't put anything in the box that was going to cause any danger. But Brentford keep possession. Oh, it was Rico Henry, sorry. Mbeumo on the other side. He collected the ball. Brentford now trying to keep a little bit of the ball. Played it all the way back to Raya. Raya with a long ball up top. And Henry's got behind Ben White again. Plays the ball into the box. And Mbeumo. Oh, good header, but a good save by Ramsdale. It looks like Ben White's going to have a bit of an issue on that side today. He's got him behind him twice now. And we're only 5 minutes into the game. He's causing him issues. Here's Martinelli. Tierney, who plays it all the way to Saliba. Gabriel back to Saliba, nowhere to go. Ball through to Partey. Partey tries to find Saka, but cut out. And Saliba does very nicely there to make sure the ball goes back to Ramsdale. Brentford closing down quite well as well here. Oh, that's a brilliant turn. Ball over the top. Jesus turned him. He's now at the edge of the box. Plays the ball into the middle. Well defended, but Jesus gets it back from a header from Xhaka. Jesus is still there. Plays the ball out wide to Ben White. Ben White to Vieira. It's on the edge of the box still. Vieira still. Oh, there we go. Arsenal have had to go backwards to Saliba, who plays a nice little ball into Partey. Partey finds Martinelli, who gives it back to Partey. Ball played out to the wing. Here's Vieira. Looks like he was going to put one in, decided not to. Ben White, Partey. Finds Tierney out on the left-hand side. Xhaka. Brentford have a really good shape there. They've got every player defending. And they've been forced back to the halfway line, Arsenal. And they've had to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Arsenal have been pushed back all the way. Very, very good shape and discipline there by Brentford. And a ball hoofed up by Ramsdale. Martinelli couldn't hold on to it, and Brentford have got possession back, and they've hoofed it up long. Mbeumo chasing it, but Gabriel is there first. But he's lost the ball. Oh, well defended by Xhaka. And the ball hoofed upfield, and it goes all the way to Brentford's goalkeeper. I think Arsenal need to get a foothold on this game again. The passing's been a bit off. But here comes the Silva. Good interception by Gabriel. Ball played by Martinelli to White. White can't control it, and it's gone out for a Brentford throw-in. Nothing's come from that resulting throw-in. It's gone all the way back to Brentford goalkeeper, Raya. Right, here comes Arsenal again. Martinelli, Xhaka, Partey. making their way to the edge of the box. Ben White out to Saka. Saka back to Ben White. Oh, bit of a bad pass by Ben White there, but it's been well collected. Now it's Martinelli. Whips the ball in. Cleared by Ben Mee. It's well cleared by Ben Mee. Here's Tierney. There's a bit of space in the middle if they can find. Gabriel Jesus tries to spin his man. Brentford get it back to the goalkeeper, who huffs it long and far up the field. Oh, nearly a mistake there by Xhaka. Partey in the midfield finds it to White. Out to Saka. Has to get it back to Partey. Back to Saka. He's in the midfield now. Looks like he could be driving forward. Oh, brilliant. Played a 1-2 with Jesus, but Janssen managed to stick a foot in and stop the ball from going back to him. But Arsenal have regained possession again. 74% possession for Arsenal so far in the first 10 minutes of the game. But like I said, Brentford keeping their shape really well when they're defending. Really well. And Jesus is offside. So it's still 0-0. No goal scorers so far. Jesus being left out of the Brazil squad. 3 goals, 3 assists so far this season for Gabriel Jesus. There's a little bit of head tennis and that going off at the minute. Oh, here we go. There's a bit of movement here. Jesus. Oh, brilliant tackle by Mee. That was a brilliant tackle by Mee. All it takes is a split second of lack of concentration, and Arsenal are going to be in. I think Ben Mee for Brentford was a fantastic signing. Seems to have solidified them at the back a little bit. Oh, Saka nicks it back. He's got no help. He's found Jesus with a nice pass, though. And Jesus is brought down. Referee says free kick. I don't think the referee were going to give that, then. It's in a very dangerous position, this free kick. Yeah, it's a soft free kick, but it's a free kick. It is a free kick. David Coote was the referee. Martinelli and Vieira standing over this ball. Some big targets in the midfield. In the middle of the box, sorry. Wait for this free kick to be taken. Martinelli whips it in. Ben White tries to get there. And then it's cleared out by Brentford, by Jensen. Tierney picks it up, whips the ball long and high upfield. The ball falls to Xhaka. Vieira. Jesus getting a bit upset there. No movement for him there. Brentford managed to clear the ball away. Rico Henry, but Arsenal pick it back up. Partey trying to find someone and has to play it to Saliba. Saliba gives it back to Partey. Partey out wide. It's a good ball if Vieira can get there, and Ben Mee gets there first and knocks it out for a throw-in. Vieira there. Let's have a look at this. Oh, it's a fair tackle. It's a very fair tackle. Vieira not happy with it, but it's a fair tackle. Brentford get the throw-in. I didn't think that were a Brentford throw-in. I thought that might have been an Arsenal one. Ball thrown in and it's knocked out again for another throw-in. So Brentford managed to progress a little bit further up the field. They're still in their own half at the minute, though. So no danger to Arsenal just yet. But here they come now. They've switched the ball to the other wing. They're now coming down the right-hand side. But Arsenal get back to close the gaps quite quickly. Here comes Henry. Plays it back to me. Vieira closing them down. Ball over the top. Can he get there? Oh, there's a little bit of argy-bargy there. But it doesn't matter because he's offside. He is offside. Rico Henry has played every minute so far this season. Ben White's going to take this free kick. I think he's going to probably hoof it upfield. Although he's left it for Saliba to take, who plays it short to Ben White, who has to play it back because he took too long on the ball. Ramsdale gets rid of it. No issues there. Tries to find out Saka, but the ball goes out for a throw-in. Let's have a look at this. Yeah. Never getting a free kick for that, I'm afraid, Saka, mate. Brentford under a little bit of pressure, but they get out of it really well and they switch the ball out to Hickey. Hickey plays a nice little ball through. Somebody's gone down. There's no foul given. And here come Arsenal. Here's Saka now running down the wing. He's got two players with him, though, trying to keep him there. Arsenal players are just managing to come up. Ivan Toney's chased him all the way back. Ball played in, but Ivan Toney gets there and knocks it out of play. Ivan Toney defending there. And the fact that he got there to defend before Saka had any help from Arsenal players was a little bit worrying for Arsenal, in my opinion. Ball thrown in. Saka. And it's gone out for a corner kick. So Arsenal will get a corner. 15 minutes gone. If you do like the content, please do like and subscribe. Please do tell everybody as well. We don't just do watch-alongs here. We don't just do football. If you're into your other sports, if you're into NFL, we do cover NFL. We are full-time sports network, so we are covering the majority of sports out there and always looking to bring out more content. But here comes the corner, the first corner of the game, and it's an Arsenal corner. Ball played in. Oh, is it gone in? No. Yes. Goal. Arsenal score from the corner. And it is Saliba. Saliba has scored for Arsenal. I'm not quite sure what happened. Saliba got up, managed to flick it on. Yeah, it's well in. It goes in front of Ivan Toney, gets his head on it. It goes to the opposite side of where the keeper is, hits the post and bounces in. It's clearly in. It's clearly in. So it's 1-0. It's 1-0, and it's Saliba who scores the goal for Arsenal. So we are 1-0 up to Arsenal. 17 minutes gone. That's all I can hear. That's all I can hear. But we can't count Brentford out. We cannot count Brentford out. Here comes Brentford. But Gabriel does well there. Gabriel does very well. I think I've got the wrong centre back in my fantasy team, you know. I know he's on bench. He's on bench. Damn it. But yeah, the goal from the corner. Didn't really defend that corner very well, Brentford, at all. They've got a big team. They've got a very big team. Ray plays the ball long. A little bit of argy-bargy there, but Brentford managed to keep the ball. Martinelli trying to nick that ball there, but can't. Silva plays the ball out. Brentford now just keeping the ball a little bit, trying to take the sting out of the game. Oh, it's a free kick to Brentford. Tierney takes him out. A little bit late, but not too bad. So it's play gets restarted straight away. Here comes Brentford, but that pass is to nobody, and Ramsdale collects it nicely enough for a goalkeeper. You know, as you want those kind of balls where you can just run out and pick them up. Hello, Ian, how you doing, mate? He's saying, come on, Brentford. Oh, there's a player down. There's a player down for Arsenal. I think it's Gabriel. Yeah, it is. Gabriel's gone down. Off. There's nothing there. He's just gone down. I think it's a muscle problem. So he's being treated. They've got the magic cream out and they're rubbing it on his leg. So he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I didn't notice that. It looks like it was bothering him before the match. So this is a good question here by Ian. Ben White not in England squad, is that a result of being shifted out to right back? It's interesting. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know why he's not been selected personally. I really don't know why he's not been selected personally, but Tomiyasu has been sent out to be warmed up in case Gabriel can't do anything. If Gabriel can't shift it, then Ben White will be going to centre back. Tomiyasu, I think, will be going out to replace where Ben White is. Brentford trying to get the ball forward. It's ricocheted. Back, ball played over the top. Is Mwembu. Mbobo. I can't say his name, so I'm going to call it Mwembu. I can't say his name, unfortunately. So I do apologise. England's most vulnerable positions are centre-backs where we lack talent. Yep, we do. But, you know, the likes of Harry Maguire getting the team when he's not even really been playing. It's a bit of a joke, really. It's a bit of a joke, I'm not going to lie. It's really annoying. You know, we've got players overseas that are playing quite well as well. You know, Tomori and all that those kind of players. Here comes Arsenal. Ball played upfield. Martinelli can't get there, but Gabriel Jesus picks it up. He's on the edge of the box. He's got two players marking him. He plays it out to Partey, who's on the edge of the box. Decides not to do anything with it. Fabio Vieira. White plays a nice little ball through to Jesus, but he's dispossessed. Ben Mee doing really well. But here come Arsenal again. And it's gone out for a throw-in, Xhaka's pass there was a little bit of a bad one to Tierney, and it bounced off his shins and went out. No Zinchenko for Arsenal as well today. I know Ian will be very, very upset about that. Here come Arsenal again with Martinelli. Runs into a bit of an alleyway, needs some help, and gets it in the way of a throw-in. Tierney trying to find somebody to throw the ball to. Oh, not quite there. Oh, a little bit of argy-bargy on the sideline, but Arsenal get a throw-in from it regardless. Seeing Michael Arteta stood there. Ball played upfield. Vieira trying to keep it under control. Ben Mee plays it back to Raya. So Raya's, is he going to boot it long? Yes, he is. Tierney's much better left back. And Arsenal have plenty of quality further forward on the left. You really don't like Zinchenko, do you, Ian? You really don't like him. It's just the game's dying down a little bit already. 25 minutes in. There's not much going off. Ball played up long again. Just keeping the ball, Arsenal. Very, very easy so far, you know. Just keeping the ball, passing it about. No real threat from Brentford, to be honest. Here's Partey. Arsenal moving forward. Vieira to Xhaka. Xhaka has Tierney, who he finds. Tierney now back to Xhaka. Xhaka whips the ball in. Jesus, goal, 2-0. Gabriel Jesus makes it 2-0. What a ball. Fantastic ball. That was a really good ball by Xhaka. Took the time. They took the time. And plays it out to Tierney. Tierney just plays it back to Xhaka. Xhaka dinks it straight over the top of the defence. Jesus, it's a pinpoint cross. Really is. So he just dinks it over the top. Side foot dinks it. Jesus runs, going backwards, heads it the opposite direction. The direction it's just come from. Ray, no chance. No, he's not getting anywhere near that at all. So it's 2-0. So some fans in the Fantasy League that haven't got rid of Gabriel Jesus will be happy. He's a nice guy, neat passer, but not a game-reading defender. Fair enough, fair enough. Looks like they're not missing him today, though. Yeah, it was a very good goal, very good goal. A few people have said that Arsenal might have had a bit more trouble today. A few Arsenal fans were saying they were a bit worried about it, but it seems a bit easy. It seems easy, but Arsenal, by the looks of it, are going back to the top of the table. 1 point ahead City and 1 point ahead Tottenham, as it currently stands. But here comes Arsenal again. Saka smashes it over the bar. Martinelli does well to get that ball back. Martinelli's in the middle. And Saka decides to shoot. And it goes well over the bar. Half an hour gone and it is 2-0. Tierney cuts it out well. Doesn't get it cleared very far though. Here comes Brentford. Tony. Ben White manages to clear it. Hickey passes it back to Tony. Tony to Mwebu. Mwebu tries to put the ball in the middle. Gabriel scoops it away and it's gone out for a Brentford throw-in. We'll put the scoreline there for you as well for now. Here comes Brentford. Long throw-in from Brentford. Hoofed into the box. A little bit of an argy-bargy there in the box, but nothing doing. And Bomo. It's a bit high, a bit long. Me's there. And it's gone out for another Brentford throw-in. Power under pressure now, Brentford. Jensen launches the ball in. And it's been knocked out of play by White for a corner. We're just in one corner. Scored. Let's see what Brentford can do. Brentford fans now singing. You can hear them a bit more. Just waiting for this corner to be thrown in. Played it short. And now they've lost it. And here comes Tierney. Tierney plays it out wide. Martinelli. This could be a brilliant counter-attack goal. Saka. Partey. Back to Saka. Momentum's kind of gone a little bit now. Martinelli. Yeah, the momentum's gone. Brentford are all back now. Jesus. Partey. Tries to find Jesus again, who's making that run for the middle, but it's well cleared. Gabriel finds it, picks it up. Saka. Vieira. He's got Martinelli with him. He does pick out Martinelli. He plays it to Ben White. Partey has to go backwards to Saliba. keeping the ball now, Arsenal. It's gone back to Ramsdale, who hoofs it upfield long. Can't find an Arsenal player, but here comes Brentford. Martinelli chasing back. It's not quite strong enough. And I believe that is a goal kick. Yep, it's a goal kick. De Silva thinks he should have had a free kick there. I think, it's just a little bit. Martinelli and De Silva going out shoulder to shoulder constantly at each other. It's a case of one falls over and the other one falls over. So it's still 2-0 to Arsenal. No free kick there. 10 minutes to go in this half. It's been a very, very interesting game. The tempo's picked up and slowed down quite a lot, to be honest with you. There's been times where it looks like it's proper dulled out and then it kicks up another gear. Good ball there. It's well cleared though. Nothing doing there. Saka winning the ball back actually quite high up. Xhaka shoots and it's way over. Way over. Leaning back far too much there. There is an international break coming up as well. So I don't think there'll be any football Premier League wise. Obviously due to the international break. But we will be bringing out content for you regardless. We will be covering the international break and we'll be covering other sports as well. So please do like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. Turn notifications on. I think that's a corner. Yeah, there's been a corner. There's a corner for Brentford here. But yeah, switch that notification bell on so you know when we go live as well. We do cover a lot of sport on this channel as well, and do subscribe to Armory TV as well. If you're an Arsenal fan and you're over here watching on the Full Time Sports Network channel, do check out the Armory TV Arsenal dedicated channel. So we have Jensen and it's Jensen. I think that's going to take it. Yeah, it is. Whips it in. Tony's touch is terrible, and it's cleared. Saka's trying to chase it down, but Raya's kick is also terrible. Ball hoofed upfield. Gabriel trying to do a little bit too much. Oh, it was, Gabriel Jesus trying to do too much. He's put Arsenal in a bit of a predicament there, but the ball in wasn't very good, and Arsenal get away with it. Bit of a stupid thing there to be doing by Jesus, in all fairness. Arsenal having 5 shots compared to Brentford's 1. Brentford haven't had a shot for the last 32 minutes of the game. I don't think this is Brentford's best game so far. They've got a lot more to offer. Here we have a throw-in for Brentford. It's going to be a long one again. Throw into the box. Ben Mee tries to get there. The Brentford player went down in the box. Didn't quite see what happened. Rico Henry is clearing up as the ball was cleared. Raya boots the ball upfield. Ben Mee. Saka closing Ben Mee down. But he's been given the shout by Raya, who collects the ball. Playing out from the back. Ball played up long. And Bomo out on this right-hand side. The Silva's come across to help him. Ball played in the midfield. Ball played over again, but the Silva can't get there at all. The back line for Arsenal is still remaining quite solid. Watch that'll be commentator's curse. Guarantee commentator's curse. So I was saying that Brentford's shape was really good. It'd be hard to break them down, and then Arsenal went and scored 2. I believe we might be covering it. We might not be. There is some more stuff going up live later today. But if you are interested in the Women's Super League, Bobby, who is a Arsenal fan, a member of the Armoury TV, does cover the Women's Super League games. And we do bring them to you here on Full Time Sports Network as well. So please do tune in for any of those. Here's Saka. Partey. Xhaka telling him where to play, and he's played it over to Tierney, who's found Jesus. Tierney has to play it back to Gabriel. Gives it back to Tierney on this left-hand side. Arsenal just playing the ball about between the players, getting everybody a touch on the ball. Slowed down again. This is what I was saying about the game a little bit earlier. You know, it slows down, and then all of a sudden it kicks back into life. Here's Martinelli. Ball trying to played through, but it's well cleared. Saka, White. Back to Saka, skips past one. He's got players with him, takes a shot. Ben Mee gets there in the way. I don't know what's wrong with Saka, to be honest with you. Seems to be starting to get a little bit more greedy on the ball. Here's Martinelli. Plays the ball out wide to White. White to Xhaka. Xhaka to Partey. Partey tries to find Martinelli, but it's a bad pass and it's intercepted. Bomo manages to keep the ball, gives it to Raya. Raya hoofs it first time, and it goes out for an Arsenal throw-in. Throw-in quickly taken. Martinelli. Xhaka can't control that pass. And Brentford coming away, but Xhaka manages to use his strength and get the ball back. And now it's an Arsenal throw-in again. In a similar position as the last one. Obviously, last season, the result wasn't that great last season. But the decision making here is great by Arsenal. Fabio Vieira finds Saka just inside of Brentford's half here. 3 minutes to half time. Gabriel Martinelli now on this left-hand side. Comes into the midfield. Finds Tierney, who shoots from distance, and it always is rising and flies over the bar. I think that shot there just woke up a Brentford fan sitting in crowd. As the ball came flying towards him, he didn't look very interested. It's a very easy game for Arsenal. That's what it's turning into now. It's turning into a very, very easy game. Ball played up long. Ben Mee heads it. Gabriel Jesus brings it down, and then it's Vieira. Vieira plays it out to Tierney. Tierney's got Martinelli with him and Jesus. He finds Jesus. Xhaka plays the ball out wide, but it's intercepted very, very well by Tony, who's had to come all the way back, and then Tony's pass goes out of play for a Arsenal throw-in. Hopefully Brentford sort their act out in the second half of this game. It's just all one-way traffic at the minute. Arsenal take your throw-in. I mean, take nothing away from Arsenal. Arsenal are making sure Brentford can't play the way Brentford play. And we'll take nothing away from Arsenal for doing that. But Brentford have been so lacklustre in this game so far. They really need something to happen for the second half, because it's like watching a training match for Arsenal. There's no atmosphere in the stadium either. It's so quiet. It's so quiet. I can hear players on the pitch. It's that quiet. There's no atmosphere there. But Arsenal, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Arsenal. They're closing the ball down a lot. They're cutting out little gaps. Ball played long. Here comes Brentford now. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do. But the momentum's stopped. Again, there's not enough players there. Tony whips that ball in, and Bomo tries to get his head on it, and it goes out of play. Never troubling the Arsenal goalie ever there. I'm not sure he even got a touch on it in Bomo. Let's have a look at this angle, see if he gets a touch on it. Yeah, he does. He gets a touch on it, but no. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Ramsdale didn't even have to do anything. Ramsdale took his time to take the kick there, but he has done. Ain't got long in the first half left. And there's a foul on Xhaka there by Mbomo, and that's probably going to see out this half. Ben White, Saka, back to Ben White. Arsenal could get a third before half time here. Back to Saka. Saka's found Jesus. Jesus loses it though by Janelt. Partey managed to get the ball back, played it out wide to White. Back to Partey. Plays a nice ball over the top. But it's well dealt with by Ben Mee. And there's the half-time whistle. There's the half-time whistle. So currently at this moment in time, Arsenal heading back to the top of the Premier League. Very, very good display and dominant display in the first half by Arsenal. Very, very poor display. Not playing to how they usually play at all by Brentford there. What is your guys' opinion so far on the game? I just want to see a little bit more. That's what I want to see. I want to see a little bit more from Brentford. Because they can play a lot better. They can play a lot better. Like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Arsenal. They're doing everything right to make sure Brentford can't play their game, which I think is a credit to Arteta. You know, he knows what he's coming in for. He knows what's happening. He knows how Brentford want to play, and he's not allowing Brentford to do that from his tactics in the game. So it's very, very, very good to see that. Where are the Arsenal fans? Come on, talk to me. Talk to me, Arsenal fans, and where are the Brentford fans? Talk to me. What's your take on the first half of this game? Are you happy with? Do you think it's too easy? Come on, I want to hear your thoughts on the first half of this game. Obviously, William Saliba. Silver one coming in there, controlled. It's a very, honestly, yeah, very controlled. You're dictating, Arsenal are dictating what Brentford are allowed to do. You know, and it's been like that for 45 minutes. Arsenal are saying, yep, no worries. You can go down that wing because we can deal with it. You can have the ball in that section in midfield because we can deal with it. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, right, you're not allowed to do this, so we're shutting you off. That's what it's been. It's been very, very controlled by Arsenal. Brentford really, really struggling. Really struggling. So goals from William Saliba and Gabriel Jesus. The Saliba goal, very good goal, came in from a corner. Corner whipped in. Saliba got his head on it, flicked it towards the back post. It's hit the back post, gone in. Raya trying to scoop it out. The ball, scooped the ball out of the net before, obviously. The referee spotted it, but technology, buzzer went on the referee's watch. You know, so there we go. There we go with that one. And then the goal by Jesus, brilliant ball by Xhaka. I love that. Was such a good ball by Xhaka. So good. So good. And then obviously the header. Xhaka has been brilliant. It has been brilliant. I'd like to see a few more players get involved. I know obviously he's there. I know Partey's in because obviously there's a few injuries in your team, but I think Partey's slowing the game down a lot, quite a lot. To me, he seems like he's slowing it down a lot. Xhaka's, like you said, yeah, he has been brilliant. I'd like to see more from Martinelli as well. I think he's been rather quiet, personally, to me. He's been quite quiet. The partnership you've got at the centre backs, the Gabriel and Saliba partnership, that's great. I wouldn't touch that at all. Then Tierney's doing quite well, I think, as well. I do like Tierney. And Ben White, I thought Ben White might have had a few issues, especially in the first, going from the first 5-10 minutes of the game, because Brentford seemed to be getting in quite a lot behind Ben White. But they've seemed to have dealt with it quite well. You know, the danger threat from Brentford is pretty much non-existent, if I'm going to be honest with you. Pretty much non-existent. I think, like I said, they've had one shot in the first half, I believe. Or at least one shot that's been on target in the first half. And they've done nothing else because, like you said, Arsenal aren't letting them do that. They're not letting them get anywhere near. Let's have a look at some of the stats here. So Brentford have had 2 shots in 45 minutes compared to Arsenal's 7. Well, only one of them have been on target. Arsenal have had 3 on target. Passing, Arsenal have had 84.3% success. Arsenal have had 1 clear-cut chance. Tackling is very similar. Aerial duels, Brentford, as you would expect, are better in the air when it comes to that stat as well. But this is it's a very, very good result for Arsenal if they can just keep this how it is, 2-0, making Brentford look like a very, very poor team, to be honest with you. I mean, that's a good header. That is a fantastic header by Saliba. He's got Tony and De Silva in front of him. He manages to get in between both of them Tony's up there trying to jump. He's in front of Tony, so Tony's never getting that ball. Silva doesn't really do a lot here. He don't even jump. Silva don't even jump. He kind of just watches the ball go past him as he turns and sees Saliba just in front of Tony, who, like I said, flicks it onto the back post, comes off the inside of the back post, bounces into the net. Raya couldn't do anything, really. He's trying to scoop the ball out, but as I said, technology nowadays allows the referee to know whether the ball's gone in or not if he doesn't see it. And then there's Gabriel Jesus goal. Well worked. Xhaka plays it out to Tierney. Tierney takes a couple of touches, plays it back to Xhaka. Xhaka were inside at foot. Nicely weighted ball into the box in that danger area where you want your strikers to be every single time. He's in the middle. It's so smart. He kind of checks his run a little bit, sends the defender one way so he gets himself a little bit of space. It's never getting there, and Jesus heads the ball the same direction as what Saliba did to make it 2-0. So 2 headed goals coming from this game so far. They're just going through this here a little bit. That Xhaka cross was amazing. He just finds that gap. He finds that gap, and Jesus isn't one really, to be out jumping big players. I mean, Janssen doesn't really jump for it either, but so we are 2-0 up here. You are going to have to excuse me whilst I go for a quick little toilet break. But while I go there, I'm going to put this little thing on just to show you what we actually do here on Full Time Sports Network, just to give you a little view. I am talking to myself because I muted my mic. As you can see there, we don't just do football on this channel. We have golf, we have tennis, we have hockey, ice hockey, WWE, boxing. So we are covering everything that we possibly can do for you guys. So if you are interested in any of those other sports, NFL, that seems to be getting a lot of traction as well. The NFL season has started. Tony, the silver one here, he covers quite a lot of the NFL stuff along with Moss. We have a Red Zone show coming at 6 p.m. tonight. Please do tune in for that. The best way to keep updated with all the shows that we do, if it's just football you're into, we do cover a lot of sport. Myself and Bobby, we cover a lot of football on this channel. Best thing to do is hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a lot, so we can't thank you all enough, the people that have subscribed already. Also, like the video, it gets us up there, it gets us showing, and hit your notification bell. It lets you know when we go live with our content that we're bringing out for you guys. We are a fan channel, of course, covering all the sports, and it's a fan of views. Get involved in the chat. We might be able to get you on the show so you can give your views live to the audience in person as well, which would be fantastic to see. We're always looking for new faces. We're on 131 subscribers right now, so thank you to all of 131 subscribers for making this possible. We can't do this without you guys watching and supporting the shows and the channel. So this current scoreline, this 2-0 scoreline, will take Arsenal back to the top of the table as it currently stands. They will be 1 point above Manchester City with a bit of a less goal difference. And also they'll be 1 point above Tottenham Hotspur, which is great to see for Arsenal fans seeing themselves above Tottenham again. As I know the Arsenal fans don't take very nicely to Tottenham Hotspur being above them in the league table. If you are interested in any of the other matches as well, I will be doing a show tomorrow night at 7:30 on this channel on Full Time Sports Network, where we're going to be looking back at all the action. I'm going to have some guests on there with me as well, talking about the games, what we think is going to happen within the season, because obviously we're coming up to the first break, the international break. We're going to go through as well. There's a show coming up as well. We're going to start it off. It's going to be a brand new show. It's going to be called The Debate, where we're going to have, obviously, guys talking with different views. We're going to have a little bit of a debate. There's going to be one between myself and Bobby. Obviously, like I said, he's part of the Armory TV, Arsenal fan. About the England squad that has been selected, because we have got little differences between us. So we will be talking about that as well. But this game for Arsenal seems to be done and dusted, unless something massively changes in the second half for Brentford. Which I just can't see happening, if I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot see it happening. Arsenal are just too good. Next week, make sure you tune in as well, because there's some big games coming on next week. Some very big games coming next week. So next week, I believe on the channel, we will be covering Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur. That's going to be one to watch. It won't be myself, as I will be away. I'll be in the sunny beaches of Greece. And then Sunday, another big game. Manchester City will be playing Manchester United. We'll be covering that on Full Time Sports Network as well, I do believe. And then we might be covering the game on Monday, which is Leicester versus Wolves. Leicester going through some really, really bad times. But let's not focus on the upcoming fixtures. Let's focus on this fixture. This fixture right now that's being played. As I've said, Arsenal, absolutely dominant. So easy for them. So easy. It's been a dominant 45 minutes. And as I said, it does put Arsenal back at the top of the table so far. We're just waiting for the second half to kick off. Two-headed goals have given Arsenal the lead so far in this game. I don't think Arsenal fans are going to be a little bothered. If I'm going to be honest with you, anything that puts Arsenal in the lead, I think Arsenal are going to be happy with. The players are back out on the pitch. Brentford really need to do something very, very special now in this second half. No changes at half-time by the looks of it. It has been very, very quiet by the home fans. Very quiet. The home fans have been very, very quiet. So the ball has been kicked off. Second half has started. Brentford have kicked us off. They've played Hey Jude to get the crowd going, and it's gone back to being a library. Not going to lie. Here comes Arsenal Martinelli does very well to keep that ball. Partey. White. Xhaka to Jesus. Jesus has got Vieira in front of him. Can he pick him out? No, he finds Ben White instead. Ben White finds Saka. Saka on his right-hand side. Goes past Ben Mee. Puts the ball in the middle. Janssen got there, but Martinelli's there. Plays it out onto the edge. It's Jesus. Good block. Fantastic quick feet by Jesus, but he ran into a wall of Janssen and Mee. As in Ben Mee, not actually me. I'm more of a paper mache wall, if I'm going to be honest with you. Handball by Jesus there. Probably not intentional at all. Arsenal has to worry about that, though. The stats there. Only one goal is conceded. One goal conceded in the first half. 6 in the second half. Saliba makes me want a tequila, but it's so early over here. Yeah. Hello, Moss. How you doing, mate? Yeah, Saliba does make Arsenal fans want a tequila. However, it's probably 6 in the morning for you? Maybe a little bit later. Oh, good ball over the top. But Raya comes out and collects it quite well. Villa women 2-0 over City women. Is that a confirmed result? Is that full time? Or are they still playing at the minute? 6:15 a.m. Yeah, it's a bit too early for tequila over there, mate. You'll have to wait a little bit. You have to do it before you do Red Zone. Here come Arsenal again. Jesus. Xhaka playing really, really well. So calm and composed. Here's Tierney. Xhaka. Partey. Arsenal just keeping the ball at the minute. Playing it between themselves. It's like keep away right now. Gabriel, Saliba. Saliba's got... Oh, it does well there, Saliba. Saliba does do well to get out of that situation. Here's Vieira. Out to Saka. He's got Ben White doing the overlap. Doesn't use him. Plays it back into Vieira. Vieira shoots. Oh, what a goal by Vieira. What a goal by Vieira. What a cracking finish. Full debut for the lad. That just came out of nothing. That's just come out of nothing. Saka there. He's got Ben White running across him. Ignores him. Just plays it into the middle. He's got absolute acres of space. Acres of space. He just stops. Hits it. He doesn't realise it's gone in. Does not realise it's gone in. But it's perfectly curled. Hit inside at post. Raya nowhere near it. Absolutely nowhere near it. So it's 3-0. What a fantastic goal. 22-year-old. Fantastic goal. Yeah, Odegaard is out. Martin Odegaard is out. Injured at the moment. But my Vieira, my God. What a goal. What a goal. I'll have to watch Match of the Day to pick out my goal of the week for tomorrow night's show. But that is definitely a contender. Nobody got near him. Nobody got near him. He had acres of space. Took his time. Precision. Pinpoint precision. Ball whipped in by Brentford. They've got a free kick. And referee spotted something. It's not a penalty. I thought it were a penalty. It's a free kick on the edge of the box. It is a free kick on the edge of the box. I thought it was a penalty. The referee looked like he was pointing to the spot. What's he saying here? Okay. Gabriel Martinelli pulled Ben Mee down. Yeah. Martinelli pulls him down. So it's a free kick on the edge of the box. Not far behind. Let's have a look what Brentford do from this free kick. There's 5 players around it talking. 5 players around this free kick talking. Looks like Ivan Toney might be taking this free kick. It's just over the bar. Just over the bar. Aaron Ramsdale had it covered either way. So it still remains 3-0 to Arsenal. Here's Xhaka. We'll be announcing my man of the match choice. And you guys can put yours in there. I'll be announcing it around the 85th minute. Obviously, I want to hear what you guys think as well in regards to that. Who your man of the match is. Ball whipped in by Arsenal. As Vieira delivers and Hickey knocks it out. And it's gone out for a throw-in, I believe. Arsenal fans enjoying the game. Brentford fans not so much. Gabriel Martinelli loses that ball. It's gone out for a throw-in to Brentford. Next week will be first against third. Interesting. A lot to play for next week. Not just Party doing a few little tricks there. Anthony, how you doing, mate? Yeah, fantastic goal. Absolute fantastic goal. Let's have a look here. Thomas, Party. Ooh. He does slip. Yeah. Jensen slips, takes Party down. Party wanting a little bit of... Yes, Arsenal do have Mick Arteta. played it short, but it's quite well. It's well done. Vieira finds Saka out onto the wing. Saka uses White, who plays the ball in. Martinelli. Still Martinelli is keeping the ball very well. Finds Vieira, back to Martinelli. Partey gets involved now. It's gone all the way back to Ben White. Saliba. Jesus is so much better, though. And Saliba. Wow. I think Jesus is the perfect striker for Arsenal. He really is. He likes the ball on the floor, he likes receiving it to feet. Here comes Xhaka, Jesus. Oh, what a save. What a good bit of play. Jesus running in. Xhaka's there. Dinks it back to Jesus. Jesus tries to beat him at the post. Front post, but it's a good save by David Raya. You did say 2-1 with Jesus' brace. You did. I said 3-1. Ball whipped in. Raya collects it. Oh, there's a little bit of Xhaka has been booked there. Making sure Raya can't set up a counter-attack really quickly. Yeah, Xhaka yellow card. Oh, ball misplaced there by Brentford. And now here come Arsenal with Gabriel Jesus. It's dispossessed. But Ben White, Tierney, picks the ball up. Saka, White, Partey. Tries to play that ball over to Saka. Doesn't get there, though. But it's picked up by Vieira. And that ball goes out for a corner kick. Brentford started to make some substitution. Damsgaard is coming on by the looks of it very shortly. Nothing for Arsenal as of yet. Moss giving us a score update. So the Women's Super League, Man City girls 2-1 Villa. The ball came in, nothing doing from the corner. And here come Brentford. But the ball is dispossessed by Vieira. Ivan Toney dispossessed there by Vieira. The ball is now with Martinelli, who looks like he's going to try and take on one player. Tony looks like he's injured as well. Ball played in. Raya collects nicely enough. Ivan Toney not looking the sharpest there. We'll have to see. Everton versus West Ham. I'm presuming somebody will be doing it. Yeah, I presume somebody will be doing it. Jensen plays the ball in. Xhaka manages to get the ball and put it out of play for a corner. Oh, you mean today? It's today. No, I don't think it's been covered actually today. I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. Because I know Bobby's not able to do it. And I'm not able to do it either. Ball whipped in by Brentford on this corner. Arsenal header meets it. Ball whipped in again. Gabriel manages to get there and knock it out. And then it's cleared by Saliba. This is going to be another long ball, a long throw-in. I'll have to take your word for that, Moss, mate. I'll take your word for that. Here comes a throw-in. Big throw-in into the box. Gabriel does well. Silva. And there's a foul on Gabriel. And it's a free kick in Arsenal's half for Arsenal. It's been very, very well, Gabriel. Done very, very well. There's Vieira. Tony trying to chase him down. Half-time at Villa Park in the Women's Super League game. Saka loses the ball. Oh, Saka's down. Oops. Frank Onyeka's coming on. 3 substitutions for Brentford by the looks of it. So once they've confirmed who they are, I will give you them. So De Silva has come off and Janelt has come off. Onyeka and Damsgaard have come on for Brentford. Arsenal throw in. I've taken it. Looks like Saka's back up now. Looks like he's fine. Ben White taken out by Tony. Four goals scored by substitutes for Brentford. And as I've said, Arsenal concede all their goals in the second half. They've conceded 6 in the second half so far this season. And only 1 in the first. Let's see if that changes. Let's see if they can keep a clean sheet. Oh, Partey nearly messed up there, but did well to recover. Martinelli looked for that ball, didn't get it. Here's Damsgaard. Ball played through the middle to Tony, but Saliba does so well there to get the ball away from him. And now Vieira. Martinelli. Partey. White. Saka plays it back to White. To Partey, back to Saka, who turns nicely. He's got Vieira with him. Finds Martinelli. Beats 1, beats 2. Still going. He's got Vieira for help. Finds the head of a Brentford defender. Partey now. Back to Gabriel. Gabriel plays a nice ball to Gabriel Jesus. Tierney. Oh, that's Xhaka, sorry. Xhaka back to Jesus. Jesus back to Xhaka. Gabriel. Partey in the midfield picks it up. Saka. He's got Ben White with him, but he finds Vieira. Vieira now is to Ben White on the edge of the box. Martinelli. Saka. Good save. Good save. But they're still coming, Arsenal. Arsenal still have the ball, so they're going to be attacking again. Here's Martinelli. Gets dispossessed. Partey steps in. Vieira. Martinelli. Come on, Martinelli. I've got you on my fantasy league. Good tackle. There's a Brentford player down. Jensen. Just seeing it back. Don't like malice in it. It's a good save by Raya from Saka, though. David Raya doing very, very well. He's a good goalkeeper, David Raya. Michael Arteta. Telling his players what to do. All the players drinking prime. Let's go through the goals again. Saliba scoring on the 17th minute from a corner. A header from a corner. Xhaka. Beautiful delivery from Xhaka to Jesus, who heads in the second. And then the goal of the game. Vieira. Fabio Vieira. Number 21 for Arsenal. What a goal. What a goal. "68 minutes gone. He is coming off, and Shandon Baptiste is coming on. So that knock, more precautionary, I think. Taking him off. Arsenal have a throw-in. Ben White throws it over Jesus' head. Finds Gabriel, takes a shot. And it's over the top of the bar. So it still remains 3-0. Gabriel, first time. Good strike, just too high. I think if that were on target, Raya might have struggled. Ball thrown in. There's no Arsenal player there, though. Raya. The minute applause to mark the 70 years that the Queen was there is being observed. Ball played in. Dansgaard. Good save by Ramsdale. All the fans stood up, clapping. Even the managers of the clubs, both sets of fans, clapping whilst the game is continuing. Ball played out wide. Here comes Brentford. Ball in. Gabriel does well. Damsgaard using the the clapping as a little bit of a boost. It's the best chance Brentford have had. And Brentford are still on the ball. And Burmo tries to do a little something. He's got out for a goal kick. Good ball in there. So Damsgaard makes a nice little run straight in behind Partey. Ramsdale's very quickly out, closes the angle. A nice easy save. And now it's gone out for Brentford throw-in, who take it quickly. Brentford getting into the game a little bit more. Yep, like Moss says there, hit a like on the Armory TV too, as well for all things Arsenal. Man United, I think Ramsdale is England number one. I think he's going to be England's number one. I think he should be. I think he's better than Pickford. He deserves it more. You always have the best goalkeeper in the league. And currently, the best English goalkeeper in the league is Ramsdale. So therefore, surely he should be England's number one. But that's just my theory. It's my theory. Me and Bobby disagree on that one. But here comes Brentford. Ball whipped into the box. Baptiste whipped it in, but it's out by Partey. Brentford getting a foothold in the game now. But here comes Arsenal. 3-on-2. Here is Jesus. Saka. Brentford got players back now. So they have to slow the game down. Partey. Yeah, Pope is looking consistent as well. Pope is looking consistent, but I think the thing that has to go against Pope is that he was at Burnley and they got relegated last season. It's all about consistency, and if you look at consistency, Ramsdale's probably the better one. Brilliant turn there. Martinelli taken down. 74 minutes gone. Super Sunday continues. Everton versus West Ham. No, I've got to agree. I don't understand why Pickford is England's number one. Yes, okay, he's done fantastically well, but as England's number one, but surely you should take the best English goalkeeper. And like I said, currently this moment in time, the best English goalkeeper is Ramsdale. You know, he's at top of the league with Arsenal. You can't do any better than that. That's my personal view. As I said, I'm not an Arsenal fan, and I'm saying he should be number one. So Brentford are making another substitution. So De Silva? No, it's Brian and Bomo, and Wissa is coming on. So Brian and Bomo has come off, and Wissa has come on for Brentford. That is their last substitution. They can't make any more. Arsenal still yet to make a substitution. Whether or not they will is a different story. Xhaka doing very well there. Tierney. If I knew Odegaard were out injured, I wouldn't have kept him in my fantasy team either. Damn it. Here's Partey. Vieira. Gabriel. Partey. Saka. Eddie Nketiah looks like he's about to come on. And Lokonga. Brentford. The ball's going out of play. Ball's going out of play. So it's going to be Arsenal substitutions now. Thomas Partey is coming off for Sabi Lokonga. And Martinelli has come off for Nketiah. Eddie and Samba in, yep. Well, my other Arsenal players now just come off as well. Martinelli. I had him in my starting fantasy league squad and he's come off now. So on comes Eddie Nketiah. There's a foul by Sambi. .78 minutes gone. 12 minutes of time left to play. Good header on there by Tony. Nico Henry throws it into the box, but Tierney clears it. Jesus manages to get it out. But here come Brentford again. Ball played up long. It's dealt with quite well by White. And then Saka completely runs into somebody there and takes him out. It's a free kick. Damsgaard is going to take this free kick. We whip it into the box. He's going to play it short. Somebody has come short for it. But he's whipped it into the box. Janssen nearly got it. Tony's gone down. And it's an offside. The penalty. The referee gave a penalty to begin with. And then the linesman has put his flag up. He is offside. He is offside. I don't think Janssen is offside though, is he? I don't know. But it's offside anyway, so no penalty given. Somebody's gone down for Arsenal there. I don't know who it is. I think it might be Gabriel Jesus. He's back up now. He is back up now. Here come Brentford. Ball played through. Couldn't quite get there. Another offside there. Some weird tackles. Weird decisions being made. And now Ramsdale's gone down. Ramsdale's gone down now. Now it's saying 15-year-old on Brentford bench. Yeah, I don't think he's on Brentford bench, mate. I'm sure the 15-year-old's on the Arsenal bench. I'm pretty sure he's on the Arsenal bench. Yeah, Ethan Nawari, 15-year-old player, is sat on Arsenal's bench. Gabriel had to kick the ball for Ramsdale there. 83 minutes gone. Still remains 3-0. If you guys do want to get in touch with me at all as well, we could talk about football. We could talk about anything. Let me know. Let me know some of your... Sorry. Yeah, let me know. You can follow me just there, as it says in the picture there, at FTSNcom on Twitter. Get in touch with me there. Give me your thoughts, opinions on Premier League matches that have happened so far this weekend. What you think is going to happen after the international break, the World Cup, all that kind of stuff. Do get in touch. And if you want to come on the show also, that's probably the best way to get in touch as well. Get in contact with me via Twitter. Send me a private message. We can have a chat. We can have a chat and see if we can get you on the shows, or one of the shows at least. So it's about man of the match time, I think. I think it's just about man of the match time. It's been a hard one to pick for me, personally. It's a very hard one to pick. Arsenal have been playing really well. Really, really well. City ladies have leveled 2-2 with Villa ladies. It's a free kick to Arsenal, I believe. Akonga taking out Sambi. Vieira's over this, and we're going to see another substitution by Arsenal. So I will give my man of the match after this substitution is done. Ben White is coming off. For Tomiyasu. Let me know if you guys, who your guys' man of the match is as well. In the chat. I'm just waiting for this free kick to be taken. And next time it stops, I will put my man of the match on screen You don't get anything. Just you get your name on the screen. It doesn't really. I'm surprised he's not bothered. Probably doesn't watch this kind of show. I'm not gonna lie. Here's Jesus. Good save. Good save by by Ray there. Jesus manages to pick up the ball, beats one, nicks the ball back. Very close angle. Tries to put it to the opposite corner. Ray gets there though first. Partey is not on anymore, is he? So it's Conga. Sammy, that's the one. Moss there saying could be Jesus, Saka, Xhaka or Saliba. I wouldn't give it to, but I would give it to my Saliba. It got started and Perfecto. Yeah, I mean, he's one of the people. But as soon as we've got a little bit of a break, my man of the match for today is Granit Xhaka. I think he's been absolutely fantastic in that midfield for Arsenal today. Yeah, the goal he set up for Jesus as well. Absolutely fantastic. I think he's been a proper leader today for Arsenal. So that's my man of the match. Well done, Xhaka. You don't get anything, I'm afraid. I can, if you really want it, get Xhaka, if you really want anything, get in touch and I'll send you over a Batman Cup. There's nothing in it. Just a Batman Cup. That's your man of the match trophy if you want it. From Full Time Sports Network and the Armory TV. So yeah. Let him know. Let Xhaka know that I've got a cup for him for man of the match. It's a Batman Cup. It's 87 minutes gone. Not long left in this game now. Here's Sammy. Saliba. Arsenal fans singing Arteta's name again. Nketiah trying to keep the ball in. Can't do it. So it's gone out for a Brentford throw-in. Villa ladies are now 3-2 up. Oh, it's going to make some history here. A 15-year-old is coming on the pitch for Arsenal. He's going to become the youngest player ever if he gets on the pitch. Here come Brentford. 89 minutes gone. And here come Brentford on the attack. But it's well intercepted and cleared. Nketiah try to chase that ball down. Doesn't quite get there. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Turn your notification bell on to keep updated with all the shows that are going live on Full Time Sports Network and Armory TV. Oh, players, you've been tucked down there. Gabriel Jesus. And he's in the car. He's got a yellow card. He's got a yellow card for his troubles. Four added minutes. Ball whipped in from the free kick. Damsgaard whipped it in. Tony tried to get his head on it. He does, but it goes wide. Here comes the substitutions. He's got to go to the history books as the youngest player to play in Premier League history. 15 years old. Fabio Vieira is coming off. And Saka is coming off. So Nwaneri and Marquinhos on, Vieira and Saka off. How good would it be if this kid comes on and scores a goal as well? Ethan Nwaneri and Marquinhos. Not long left now this game, just a couple more minutes. 91 minutes gone. We're well into added time now. Let's see what Neymar can do. Yeah, number 83. Where does he play? I'm trying to figure out where he plays because I haven't seen him on ball yet. Oh, no, he's there. 15-year-old playing for Arsenal in a Premier League game. I mean, Arsenal just seeing this game out now. 92 minutes gone. 2 minutes of the plus added 4. Just keeping the ball now. Seeing the timeout. That's all Arsenal are doing now. Very, very normal. I think a lot of fans will be disappointed. A lot of Brentford fans will be disappointed. They haven't really performed anywhere near what they should be doing. Brentford haven't really brought anything. Gabriel Jesus has been given man of the match, the official man of the match. "93 minutes gone, a couple of seconds left, 10 seconds of the 94. There might be a little bit of added time. Not too much. That's the 4 minutes gone. Referee, I think, just put the whistle to his mouth. So once this throw-in's been taken, I think that'll be it. Yep, that's it. Full time. Arsenal go back to the top of the league with a 3-0 victory over Brentford. A very, very dominant performance from Arsenal, not allowing Brentford to do what they usually do. As you can see there, scrolling across the bottom, Arsenal's goal scorers, Saliba, Jesus and Vieira. Vieira with the goal of the game, in my view. Xhaka getting my man of the match. Do put in the comments your man of the match, guys. We will be back later as well. I will be back tomorrow, looking back at all of the action over the weekend, discussing them a little bit more in depth. But Arsenal, top of the tile, once again. Victory. No problem for Arsenal. Can't hear me. Can't hear me. Now, no problem for Arsenal whatsoever. No problem for Arsenal whatsoever. I think I might have double mic him a little bit, actually. I'll have to have a look at that. But Arsenal win 3-0. So thank everybody for watching. We will be back tomorrow, or I will be back tomorrow. Until then, have an absolute amazing day. Have an amazing weekend. Go over to Armory TV. I'm sure they'll be doing a match review.